Well, one of Marvel Studios and Disney Plus's most anticipated series coming up is Moon Knight. We got a trailer, and yesterday Deadline dropped a couple of covers on us, giving us some new looks at the show. But earlier today, they dropped a new picture of a different persona of Moon Knight, and I have to say, it does suggest we're going to get more than what we're expecting from the show. We also got a bit of an update from Kevin Feige, so I figured we could just do a combined update for the series. Let's take a couple minutes to dive into all the details. But before we do all that, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, the big giveaway. We got this Oculus Quest 2 to give away at 50,000 subscribers. All you need to do to get in on the giveaway is to be a subscriber and leave us a comment. Also, while you're at it, check out that free week of Skillshare down below. It's a great way for you to develop all of your superhero skills for that never-ending war on crime, all while not diving too deep into your pockets. Also, it does help the channel, so we really appreciate it. Well, like I was saying, yesterday Empire debuted a couple of really cool pictures for Moon Knight covers, and clearly they have a big article coming up with an awesome interview with Kevin Feige. Now, earlier today they actually shared another picture, and this new picture creates all kinds of questions for the upcoming series. They actually gave us our first look at a different Moon Knight persona known as Mr. Knight. Let's check it out. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Mr. Knight, he's actually one of the hero's more recently developed personalities, so add this one to the list. He's most distinguishable from Moon Knight because he doesn't wear a cape or the traditional costume, but instead he wears a white suit, shirt, tie, and carries a cane. Now, I do find this pretty interesting because we were told this show is going to focus on the supernatural aspects of the character. And at least in the comics, the Mr. Knight persona is a version of the hero who mostly deals with non-supernatural crimes, and he typically interfaces with the New York Police Department. I'm not really sure how that fits into the show, or if that's the version of Mr. Knight we're getting, but they have been sticking pretty close to the source material, so for me, it creates a ton of questions. We also got quite a lot from Kevin Feige in this interview, and it gets me pretty excited. It sounds like this show is going to be a bit different and more violent than the typical MCU project. This is what Feige had to say. He's brutal. It's been fun to work with Disney Plus, and we see the boundaries shifting on what we're able to do. There are moments in the series when Moon Knight is wailing on another character, and it's loud and brutal, and the knee-jerk reaction is, we're going to pull back on this, right? No, we're not pulling back. There's a tonal shift. This is a different thing. This is Moon Knight. As for quotes from Kevin Feige, that might be one of my favorites. I've really been wondering how they're going to handle some of these more violent Marvel characters, and Moon Knight really is at the top of the brutality list, and it sounds like they are not shying away from this at all. Now, we've heard other people like Issac say they're not really fearful of taking risks in the series, so they might be pushing it all the way to the edge. Now, overall, most of the plot details are basically being kept under wraps, but we should expect the small screen adaptation to stick fairly close to the comics, although expect some changes. It is the MCU, and they have to make it all fit properly on screen. Now, obviously, if we get any more Moon Knight updates, we're going to bring it to you right away, but I want to know what you guys think. First, what do you think of this Mr. Knight costume that we got our first look at today? And does this suggest to you there is also a non-supernatural crime story going on in the same series? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.